My mic died, so we're gonna do this commando. But let's get into it.
Hello everyone, I am here to say my truth and share my story on the things that have been released on the internet and the things that have happened to me. First and foremost, I want to start off by taking full accountability for what I did. I want to start off by apologizing to the person that I hurt the most in this situation,
she's like reading off
which was
a
my
prompt
ex.
over here.
I want to say sorry to my supporters that I disappointed. I did a lot of things that I'm not proud of, and I have to own up to them. To my ex, I'm so sorry for hurting you, and I'm sorry that I did not take your feelings into consideration when I did what I did. But our relationship was not picture perfect as it may seem. I lost myself in our relationship, and I was in a very dark place at the time when I did what I did.
Okay.
I have to own up to what I did, and I have to take accountability for my actions. And in doing that, I've come to realize that I need help for myself and for all my loved ones.
Sounds like she's about to cry.
I know I've done wrong.
Look, she's fucked up. Look, every time.
I'm taking time away to seek professional help in order to correct my mistakes.
Can we count how many times she looks down?
Reflect on what I've done and become a better person. But I would still like to come on here to share my story because regardless, I've done wrong and I did not have to go down that route, and I deeply regret it. But there's more to my story, and there's a lot of lies and misinformation being spread about me in order to farm more hate and negativity towards my name. And I would like to clear up a lot of things. First, I want to address the note that was released online. I did not have any involvement in creating it or writing it in any way. It was only shared.
So the note that she's talking about is, you know how you go into Apple, you can go to the Notes app, and you can also share it between people. Basically, she made a whole bucket list of her, like, fantasies, you could say. Or, I guess, allegedly, she made a bucket list of, like, fantasies that got leaked by her boyfriends. Her boyfriend leaked it, I believe. And it was basically stuff that she wanted to do with her cousin. That's basically what it is.
To me. And I also want to make this very clear. I did not have any sexual intercourse with anybody outside of my relationship. There was a rumor going around that I was cheating my entire relationship, and I've been doing this for months, which is complete.
So the boyfriend said that basically that it's probably been going on the whole relationship because she would leave to the same state that the cousin is in for family trips and like streaming trips and stuff like that, and that he found pictures of the cousins, you know, in the phone. And then she was sending like photos and stuff to him as well, not only in his bed, like the boyfriend's bed, but also like in the family homes and stuff like that. So
completely false, because this is only a recent incident that had occurred. I'm not trying to make anything I've done sound any better, but I think it's important that I share my truth.
See, look, I don't know why, but it's like, you know, when you're reading something, like imagine I'm reading a prompt right now, and I'm like, and I look down to like read it, or it's a lying tick. Like some people have lying ticks where like they look down a certain way. But maybe I'm just nitpicking, but I feel like she's reading. Like I haven't seen her look at the camera for a good hard minute, like a legit minute, where she's staring at the camera and she's talking. Like she talks for a minute, she looks down like she's reading, and then she keeps talking.
Because of the insane amount of lies that are being spread about me on the internet. Firstly, I want to clear up that I wasn't disowned by anybody, and I still have a great relationship with my mother. This was a fallacious rumor that was started by someone that I thought was a friend, and it's completely untrue. My family does not agree with the choices that I made, but they're standing beside me as I continue to get help and work to better myself. I also want to talk about a stream that my ex was on where he alleged that I did not want to publicly claim him and I wanted to hide our relationship from the internet. But in reality,
I do want to note that in the video I watched with the boyfriend, he said that he was the one. Oh my god, that is a terrible photo to stop on. He was posting a lot of photos of her, and that she didn't want to post a lot of photos of him because it would ruin her fan base, and that she basically gets a lot of gifts from men, and she didn't want men to not like her because she had a boyfriend. But I'm pretty sure it was well known that she had a boyfriend, and that's why she didn't want to post him or something like that. But
being together, we actually had a popular couple page, and the real reason on why I wanted to go private was because at the time I had a lot of people actively telling me to leave him because it was toxic. I also want to make it clear that any cousin or stepbrother or any content like that we made together was his idea, and he convinced me to do it.
So basically they made a whole bunch of content of like basically like dating scenes, but instead of the boyfriend Like, you know how it'd be like POV I'm with my boyfriend? She would switch to boyfriend to cousin. So it'd be like POV allegedly, by the way. This is all alleged. Everything in this video is alleged. For legal reasons. But basically it'd be like, oh, me and my cousin are out secretly eating food or something like that. It'd be a random skit like that. Basically, that's what she's talking about.
Next thing I want to address is a very serious topic. It is my belief that suicide in any form should be taken serious and never lightly. While I understand the streaming business and the need to say crazy things in order to get clips and impressions, the thought that somebody's personal struggle with suicide can be used by anybody for jokes and views is disgusting and cruel. While I've been off the net, it was brought to my attention that the streamer Snowcone made up a false rumor that I admitted myself into a suicide facility in order to get attention.
Snowcone. Oh, that's what it is.
Experience and one I would never wish on myself or anybody else. I want to say to Snowcone.
I'm sorry, let's go back. I want to see who Snowcone was. I forgot who they were.
I want to say to Snowcone that while I understand I'm not perfect and I've done wrong, regardless of the mistakes that a person makes, that doesn't give you or anybody else the right to belittle, lie, and create false allegations about somebody's mental health. Throughout all of this, you've lied and made up rumors about me in order to hate farm me and get attention. Even though you don't care, I want to let you know that the rumors you created have garnered me more death threats and have made my mental battle that much harder. And that hurts from someone I considered a close friend. Me and my ex were involved in a toxic and abusive relationship. When I was in love with him, I was blind to the harmful behavior and abuse that was going on. Our relationship was built on unhealthy emotional attachment, and I stayed because it was all that I knew.
I'm telling y'all, she's reading something, bro. I'm sorry, I don't trust it.
And I met him when I was 18, just graduated high school, and he was 21. There's two sides to every story, and our relationship was unhealthy on both ends. And since he's decided to bring my wrongdoings onto the internet, I believe it is only fair that I bring attention to the things that he has done to me, because my ex was never a saint like he paints himself out to be. We had a lot of arguments throughout our relationship, which was normal, but what wasn't normal was the verbal, mental, and physical abuse that he subjected me to. He put me through a lot in the past 2.5 years of us being.
Okay, I'm sorry, but like, this is the last time I'm gonna talk about it. I'm so sorry, but like, if it was one of those things where like you have to look away to think, like I do that sometimes where I look away to think, but I look away in different directions. So I'll be like, yeah, or like I'll be like, yeah, or be like, yeah, she's looking in one spot. Like it's always this spot. Like if she was looking here or she was looking here, or even if she was closing her eyes, she was looking down, she was looking up, I wouldn't pay any mind to it. But she's looking right here. Right here in this little spot right there. That's where she's looking, and it's irking me. It's like I know it's like it looks like you're reading. We're gonna check the comments to see if anyone else picked it up.
He even forced himself on me at one point. My ex dealt with a lot of anger issues, and he would often use me as an outlet.
I will say that the boyfriend provided receipts that he never did that, and then I believe she took a picture and posted it on Twitter, or it might be in here, of like some blood on the ground, and he said that the boyfriend said that was from in I think an altercation that she had with him, and then she hurt herself or something along those lines. We can go back and figure out what exactly he said. I don't want to put in false information, so take that with a grain of salt, but it was something along the lines of something happened with her in the altercation that she did, and then she took a picture of it afterwards or something like that. But take that with a grain of salt. I don't want to put in false rumors. Take that with a grain of salt. It's just what I think, pretty sure he said.
For example, he would punch things, he would rip wires in the heat of conflicts. He would yell at me when I cried, and he would gaslit me until I believed I was the problem. There were 2 or 3 times where my ex would approach me unprovoked and put me in a chokehold against the wall, and I would tell him to stop because I was scared.
It's a bad time to be on.
The next thing I'm about to say are serious allegations that I know men often get falsely accused of, but at the end of the day, all I can do is come on here, tell my truth, tell my story, whether you want to believe it or not. There was a time where me and my ex were drinking, and he forced himself onto me. And it hurt, and I cried, and I begged him to stop, but he never did. At the time of my essay, he was very rough on me, which resulted in me getting a cut on my insides. Luckily, I was able to take video footage of the blood on the scene and a graphic photo of the damage that resulted.
Let's see. July 13th, 2024. 2024? 2024? 2 years ago?
After all this abuse, I formed a trauma bond with my ex, which made it hard for me to leave and left me in a cycle of half-hearted apologies that I continue to accept. This was a memory of mine that was heavily repressed because I didn't know how to process it at the time, and I was very oblivious to what a healthy relationship was supposed to look like. After 1 year of mental torment and trying to get my ex to change to no avail, I left.
Let's see. Hold up. Go back.
Healthy relationship was supposed to look like. So why is she going all the way back to 2024? After 1 year of mental torment and trying to get my ex to change to no avail.
Okay. Yeah, man, I passed out last night. Okay. Give me a brief overview why you broke up with. Who's Cat? What? The professional tried to be in he lost everyone because of this problem. So why would she say yeah? Why would she say Cat? Give me a brief overview of why you broke up with. But that was a 20. It's why everyone's changing. I mean, I don't see like her saying that he was abusing her, right? Am I tripping? Am I tripping? He lost everyone because yeah. He was never fixed. I was putting 100% of myself into a relationship, okay, to fix it, while he put 50%, so it didn't work, okay? Despite everything, I loved him and believed in him and gave, okay? In hopes he changed, but he never will for me, because soon after our talk next day, we had an argument where stubbornness held back from being mature. Okay? Like, am I tripping? No. We break up, I'm dead ass done putting up with your stubbornness. That's at 8:34. So this, yeah, it's 3 a.m. So this is before this text over here, I'm guessing. Oh, no, 9th. This is the 19th. Wait. So they broke up? Okay, they broke up, and then where we break up, I'm dead ass done putting up with you and your stubbornness. You were in the wrong situation. I'm not putting up with. It's not for you to get in your sleep before you want to handle your experience too. So please let me know right now. Nah, I'm good. You got it. You got it. I hope. Like I don't. So why did she text him 10 days later? Right? You know what? I'm sorry. We're taking too long.
I left. Here's proof of my ex admitting to his anger issues and admitting to abuse.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Here's proof of.
Okay, I started shaking when I seen your text. I still. Okay. She like I don't. I'm trying to say this while being as unbiased as possible. But he's like, I started shaking when I seen your text. I still am. She's like, good. Like she's trying to hurt him in these texts. I still am. Good. You hope I write it. I've been good. Look at this. I'm just speechless right now. You should be. I was just thinking about you and ranting about you. Is you texting me right now, Godward? Nah, the devil. What is she talking about, bro? I'm supposed to be just look. Yeah, she cut that off. Like she cut her text off down here. Like, why not show the whole thing?
My ex admitting to his anger issues.
I know. Feel absolutely transparent. Like, feel like answers. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this is what I'm thinking, right? I'm thinking less abuse and more that he's just stubborn in his pride. Not that he's fighting, he's fist fighting, he's doing none of that. Listen, I want y'all to think. Anyways, I want y'all to think about something, right? When a guy has toxic masculinity, he's stuck in his pride. He just doesn't want to get his ego shot. That's the only thing. So, like, for example, right? Let's say a guy's toxic masculinity and stubbornness is being the man of the household. So he's gonna be firm on, hey, like, I work, you don't work, you stay in the house, you clean, you do all that, right? That's stubbornness. That's anger issues. That's not being, agreement with what's going on. That's what that is. It's pride. Like, I have to be the one to take care of this family. I have to be the one to do this. I have to be the one to do that. Like, you're my wife. I protect you. You can't protect me. That's a stubbornness. Not saying that he's doing all that, but that's a stubbornness and stuff that a lot of guys have. And that's what I'm seeing this as. It's not more of abuse. It's more of like he has such an ego, or had such an ego. I'm sure he's worked on himself. Has had such an ego and had so much pride that he's not able to, like, put himself before, I guess, before her. Like, he's not able to fully put away his pride to compensate what she might want or she might need. And that's what he's talking about. Like, he didn't keep his promises to change, and he stayed in his prideful ego ways, and that's probably why they broke up so much. And that's why she was saying he was stubborn, was because he's not changing. Like, she wants him to change, but he has such a big pride and such a big ego that it's probably taking him a minute to try to change and try to be the person that he wants to become.
And admitting to the abuse that led to the fallout of our relationship. I still have the letters that he wrote for me where he confessed to his abuse and confessed to the...
Wait, we're not going to read all of this. I'm sorry. I'm just going to skim through it really quick.
He wrote for me where he confessed to...
Yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about. When they first broke up, he was consumed with so much anger and didn't fully grasp what he did wrong. Because he's so stubborn and has so much pride, he didn't understand what he was doing or what he was saying was like hurting her, not physically, but probably mentally. Like, it's one of those things where you could be bipolar, and then when you have bipolar disorder and you switch from being really happy to really mad and back and forth, even though, like, you don't want to hurt people and you want to be as unharmful as possible, you can still harm people because of how the way you act when you're around people. It's one of those. It's one of those things. Not saying that he has bipolar disorder, but I'm saying, like, it's something that can be problematic when it comes to a relationship, especially pride. When you have a lot of pride and you have someone that can maybe hurt that pride, it can be a problem in relationships. And I'm sure it's probably been a mental battle for him these past 2 years, especially. I'm sure she probably isn't helping with how that's going on.
His abuse and confessed to the wrongdoings that he put me through in our relationship. I also have a screenshot of a 20-minute
right
confession
there.
where he confessed in our relationship.
I don't get why she's spilling, like I get like she got caught with her husband. I don't know why she's spilling all his personal information like that. Like, I'm sure this is sensitive information that he told her in confidence. Like, overall, he's smiling more, he's eating more. Oh my god, he said overall twice. That just tripped me up. Overall, I'm smiling more and eating more, and overall, I can breathe without feeling that pain in his gut. I've come to an understanding that our breakup, as painful as it was, has been a pivot in his most. That's right there. This is amazing. I don't know if you're watching this, but if you're watching this, props to you, man. Like, you have to come a far way to put down your pride and to swallow your pride and ego like that. I'm gonna tell y'all something really quick. Like, I don't want to take up too much, like, the video and make it even longer, but I do want to say, like, I struggle with pride and ego, especially during like my high school years. And my friend group that I have now back in Colorado, like they kind of sense that. It was one of those things where they're like, yeah, like you got a lot of pride and ego, like you need to shut that down. And I talked to him about it. I was like, hey, what's one thing I can improve? And they said your pride and ego. And I've been working on that, and I was able to work on it and get through it. So thanks to them, I was able to get through it. But it sucks. It sucks getting through it because there's stuff that you have to let go. Like there's stuff that you have to kind of breathe, breathe deep and be like, okay, this isn't worth it. It isn't worth it to get my mind all wrapped over. Like it sucks. It sucks bad.
I also have a screenshot of a 20-minute confession where he confessed to his wrongdoings, and he made it for me in order to convince me to continue being in a relationship with him. I tried to re-access the link in order to showcase the video for you guys today, but it was sent by him and it was privated by him, so I no longer have access to it. My ex often tried to use money as a way to avoid responsibility for his shortcomings. I'm very grateful for everything my ex bought for me. However, I don't appreciate insisting that I was freeloading off of him when everything he ever did was his choice. And I don't believe a relationship should just be reduced to a list of expenses either. Monetary value does not disregard toxic behaviors. After all of these gestures, I took my ex back in February of 2025. And in March of that year, after leaving him from the airport, I was set into a spiral of losing myself and wanting to seek therapy. Here's the video I recorded after leaving my ex.
Like, I just don't know what I'm doing anymore, but like, I feel like
so it's been a whole month.
I'm losing my body, bro. And like, I just need to listen and get help from other people in my life, or maybe therapy. Like, I think like a lot of stuff has been going on like in my life. Like, I need to stop pretending that I'm sorry, it's just so like non-descriptive, but I just kind of want to pour everything out because I'm breaking point in my life right now. But it's not your problem at all. At all. But yeah, I need help in that sense. I need to listen and grow up and do better.
At the end of the day, I chose to stay in this relationship and I made my mistakes.
Wait.
I need to listen.
She's listening and grow up
and do better.
At the end
in the sense of you need a new boyfriend, or in the sense of y'all just had an argument and you're crying and you realize that you did something wrong? Or did she realize that she did something with her cousin and now she's feeling regretful because he actually did change? Ooh. Is that a Berlizzi theory? No, I'm joking.
At the end of the day, I chose to stay in this relationship and I made my mistakes. I regret everything I did and I wish I could take it all back. I never wanted to hurt anybody and I understand how badly I messed up. The only thing I can do from now is take the time to better myself and to heal. The next and final thing I would like to discuss is my mental health. Throughout everything that has happened, I have come to terms with the fact that I suffer with depression. It's a battle that I've been unknowingly fighting for the past 2 years. I was in denial and blamed it on a lot of other things in my life without fully understanding myself. Mental health is so stigmatized to where a lot of people, including me, do not get the help that they need when they need it, and it can often lead to self-destruction. Throughout the past few weeks, I've attempted to take my life multiple times, and the only reason I'm here right now is because I failed. During this fight, I stopped eating, I stopped sleeping, and I struggled to take care of my well-being. I felt helpless, and every day I would struggle with finding a reason to continue to live. I often felt like the world would be a better place without me. The suicide facility that I was admitted to was an abrasive environment that only made me regret.
Wait a minute. Didn't she tried to debunk that, didn't she? With snow cone, right? She tried to debunk that. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, right up here. Hold up. Let's try that.
Can be used by anybody for jokes and views is disgusting and cruel. While I've been off the net, it was brought to my attention that the streamer Snow Cone made up a false rumor that I admitted myself into a suicide facility in order to get attention from my ex.
Oh, in order to get attention. Oh, you see how I peeped that, bro? I was like, wait a minute. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's go back.
That I've received in the past few days. I do believe that bringing all of this to the internet and the way it works. So I knew the hate was inevitable. And there I met a lot of people that were in worse positions to take care of my well-being. I felt helpless, and the only reason I'm here right now is because I failed. During this fight, I stopped eating, I stopped sleeping, and I struggled to take care of my well-being. I felt helpless, and every day I would struggle with finding a reason to continue to live. I often felt like the world would be a better place without me. The suicide facility that I was admitted to was an abrasive environment that only made me regress more. In my time there, I met a lot of people that were in worse positions than me, and I learned a lot about the unfair and inhumane treatment that these people receive. And from my experience there and my own personal journey, I've been very motivated to advocate for better resources and more attention given to these people to assist them in getting the proper help that they need. I understand.
Let me get this straight. You know what? We'll talk about it later.
That my actions have consequences, and I also understand how the internet works. So I knew the hate was inevitable, and I have no problem with facing that. However, I do want to remind you guys that I am still a human being, and I don't think anyone deserves the immense cyberbullying and the non-stop death threats that I've received in the past few days. I do believe that bringing all of this to the internet and the way my ex did was completely wrong and invasive. It felt like a breach in our privacy. I know a lot of people don't believe.
You know what else is a breach of privacy? You reading all his sensitive stuff on him, man. I know that hurt, bro.
I deserve the platform that I have, and don't think I should come back to the internet at all.
Alright, let's read these comments.
I understand. What I did
Shawty done lost his mind.
It's
Shawty reading that. See,
I
that's
can't
what I'm
tell you
saying.
enough how much I
Shawty
regret
got
it.
off the big
However,
GPT.
I do want to come back. I do want to be able to use my platform to raise awareness for mental health, because I know there's a lot of people out there who are just like me, who are struggling and they don't even know it. I will be back to streaming, and I will be back to doing what I love. Because at the end of the day, I want to use my platform to help people. And I do believe after I get stronger and I get help, I can do that. To
These
my
comments are funny as hell.
And to all my supporters,
did she get ratioed?
I'm so sorry I let you guys down. I'm so sorry I disappointed you guys. And if you are still here to support me, thank you. If not, it's okay too. Thank you for your time. And thank you for listening to my truth and my story. This is my experience and the things that I went through in my relationship and in the past 2.5 years of my life.
Now, what do I think? I think she's lying. 100%. 100%. I think she's lying. Oh my god. I think she was reading off. Like, I heard, y'all already heard me talking about that whole. I think she's reading off this script. It's one of those things where, like, her career is legit on the line. Like, her career is on the line. So there's a lot of stuff that she's probably gonna say to, get her stuff back in order. It's one of those. It's one of those things, you know. With that being said, this is all alleged. This is all alleged. So please, but truly, I hope that she finds help. I hope that she finds some type of help. Like, I understand, humans make mistakes, all that jazz, but I hope she finds some type of help, because losing a life is very sad, and I hope her family stays close to her that whole time with her going through all this. But on the boyfriend side, I hope he is also healing. I hope he is getting better as well. That is, I share with y'all my experience, but that is a tough thing to go through. Not only your girlfriend cheating, but the whole internet knowing. And then I'm sure he's getting the same type of text that she's getting. Not, if not, then probably crazier. And then not just that, but also like having to deal with the media in that way. Like, that's going to stick with them forever. Like, there's probably going to be people that's going to be talking about that in their comments forever, and I know that sucks. But if y'all have any thoughts, if y'all have any opinions on this topic, please let me know in the comments. Please like, please subscribe, please share. If y'all have any thoughts on what I said, just let me know in the comments. We can definitely talk about it. I will see y'all later. It's just day out.